People give me 50 grand, mashallah, in about 3 weeks.
Yes,
Alhamdulillah.
because you're using Islam as a piggy bank. One of the many reasons why Hamza needed the money, he cannot stand a 7-hour flight to a foreign country in economy. When I get in the plane, I have an issue with my legs touching the other seats and my knees bending. But I still stay in economy. That little Oompa Loompa, what does he need a business class flight for? So the funds he's asking you for are simply funds that he will not use for anything other than himself. Where are the products?
What's the scam?
Where are the products?
You called him a scam.
This is okay. No wait. This is an
That's what I thought.
Hold on, come in. This is
What's the
called
scam?
an APP scam.
What's the scam?
It's called an APP.
So what's the scam?
It's an approved push payment scam.
What's the scam?
So you told people you would need money to buy superior products.
Right.
Have you bought them yet?
Yes.
Where are they?
In my
Where
shop.
are they? So in your shop. So you had to fly to Turkey and fill
What's
the
the
hijab.
scam?
Come on. You had to fly to Turkey.
One second.
Hold on, calm down. You had to fly to Turkey, fill the
That's
hijab.
not your business.
Calm down.
It's not a business.
Calm.
How I can do my
panic,
business?
The panic is crazy.
What's that got
The
to do
panic
with
is
the scam?
crazy. The
There's no
panic is
panic
crazy.
here.
So
You can't tell me the scam.
hold on. I told you.
I'll tell you what scam is. I'll tell you what
It's
scam
APP
is.
scam.
I'll educate about what
Calm
scam
down.
is. A
Wait,
scam is
hold on,
saying
hold on.
I want money for this charity and using it myself.
That's not what.
Listen.
No.
Let me explain
That's
what
a type
happened.
of scam.
I
That's
said
a type of
I
scam.
made a GoFundMe,
In the same way-
crowdfunding for this reason, and the money got
Go for
used
it.
for that reason. That's no scam.
That is a scam.
I
Get
can't
back
help
here.
your jealousy.
Get
man.
back here.
People don't care about you.
You're turning red.
People give me 50
and
grand,
you're
mashallah,
flailing.
in about 3 weeks.
Yes,
Alhamdulillah.
because you're using Islam as a piggy bank. You're doing that because.
Brother, I've been a Muslim, mashallah,
It's
for
charity.
24 years.
And how much
The
money
idea-
have you collected?
the idea, I would
You were
wait
on a
24
rooftop
years.
with John
The
Fontaine,
idea,
and you
I would
said, you know
take
why I love
24
being
years to
Muslim?
pull off
I
my
love
scam.
being Muslim because when I go places, people give me stuff. That's the same reason why Zakir Naik won't talk to you. Because you're a scammer and you're only here for money. You're using your privilege as a European Muslim to then siphon funds from all the other Muslims. For example, a Muslim who was in this country required assistance to do his dawah and pay his rent. He got 0 funds for it. But you, sitting back on your chair playing video games, got £50,000 for lies. Okay, people, to be very particular, he said which scam did he commit. There's something called an APP scam. It's an approved push payment scam. You tell somebody that if you send me money, I will do X with it, or I will return X to you, and then when the money is sent over, you don't get anything back from me whatsoever. So, Hamza said many things. One of the things being that he had to go to Turkey, personally feel and smell the hijabs himself to make sure the quality was optimal. According to his Trustpilot reviews, his product is faulty. It shreds easily, it breaks apart very easily, and he sells them 2 for £2. Exactly what do you need to go and sniff and feel if you're gonna sell it for £2? You can keep your butt in the UK, order them online, and have them delivered to you using DHL without flying out there. So the funds he's asking you for are simply funds that he will not use for anything other than himself. He started at 25,000, said he didn't want to ask for the full amount and work for the rest. He achieved the amount he was looking for, and he doubled it. Meanwhile, all the Muslims that have called him out for this, for example, one of them required assistance to paying his rent because he was doing dawah full time. He set a modest target of £2,000, wasn't even able to raise a quarter of it. But Hamza is using his status as an advocate for Islam within Europe in order to get funds from people who think he's using them for righteous means. But in fact, all he's doing is having you guys pay off his mountain debt. I have one simple question for you. How does somebody enter £50,000 of personal debt that isn't a mortgage? How does that work? How do you do that? Where did he go? And I believe in his time, university was like much cheaper than it is today. So how do you acquire £50,000 of personal debts? You're bad at financing, and you're using your fans as your own independent coffers. Like I think of the story where Jesus got the gold from the fish's mouth. Hamza is just siphoning funds from the pockets and the wallets of his followers. So what happens next time when he's £100,000 in debt? Are you all going to fund him? You guys should do better with your money. That's what I'll say.
Did he go first class somewhere? Oh my God.
Look, last point. One of the many reasons why Hamza needed the money was because he cannot, I repeat, he said himself, he cannot stand a 7-hour flight to a foreign country in economy. Now, people, I'm not that tall. I'm a little bit over 6 foot tall, right? When I get in the plane, I have an issue with my legs touching the other seats and my knees bending. But I still stay in economy. I can survive 7 hours. Once I survived 13 hours. That little Oompa Loompa, what does he need a business class flight for? He wants to live in luxury. This man was on a rooftop with John Fontaine, and he bragged about loving being a Muslim because wherever you go, Muslims give you things. When you see him defend his religion, it is very clear he knows nothing about his religion, which is why he makes blunders. He admitted with Manuel that the Quran was wrong.
But the rest of the story collapses.
Collapses where? Here, in the tafsir, in the
tafsir,
Quran?
yeah.
Okay, so it's wrong in the Quran?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for admitting.
Now, it might be a slip, but he said it. And it's on camera. So, clearly this man is not into his faith. He is not piously following it. He just realizes that he looks like a great mascot. And as a result, he can get funding from people because he's an excellent mascot for Islam within the white community. Well done. It is what it is, man.